Hey Red Eye, how's it going? Remember me? I hear it's Tran's last day and I just want to be part of the celebration. I hear we're telling Tran stories. So my Tran story is the first time we met. I just moved to Chicago. I had a friend come out to visit. He was like, hey, we're going to go meet this guy up in Chicago. He's a photographer. I met him at a workshop. He's super cool. I was like, all right, that sounds good. So we go up there and that's when I met Howard. And Howard and my friend Tim were nerding out about photo books or some shit, and Tran and I started talking, and she was telling me, we both worked at newspapers, and she was telling me about Red Eye, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. Shouldn't you be at work right now? And she was like, oh, no, I called off. Yeah, wanted to hang out with you guys. So instead of going to work, Tran went to hang out with us and drink scotch at the Duke of Perth. So I guess that's how you get to the top. So anyway, Tran, have a great night. Best of luck with the move. And I miss you guys. I do. I'll come to visit soon. All right. Still free. Bye.
When you're ready. Tran, I love you. Everyone's telling their favorite stories about you. I think mine might be the fact that you never let me go first when we do Red Hots. We always avoid Mick. He always comes in to say some pretty terrible things. So I wanted to take this time to go first and read some of the best Red Hots I can remember that made you roll your eyes and remind everybody that they need to be celebrity focused. So if you're ever having a bad day and you're sitting at the corner bakery and you're just need a reason to go back to the old days, I'm just going to read a few off here. I turn off all the lights and I walk over to the piano and I gently lower myself, my boobs, and I just let them tickle the ivories. That is Kesha on her creative process of writing songs. The next one, hot date tonight, in fact, August 19th, 2013, is when TLC will air The Man with the 132-Pound Scrotum. Tune in, 9 o'clock. Hot quote, I'm horrible to live with. I don't clean. My clothes end up wherever I take them off. I always forget to flush the toilet. Friends will tell me, Megan, you totally pinched a loaf in the toilet and forgot to flush. Megan Fox on her horrible personal hygiene. Think of all the babies we can raise together. That is Alicia Silverstone on her breast milk sharing program, apparently gluten-free. And final quote, yeah, they were handing us bags for us to poop in. I didn't really take it since our toilet worked for the most part, but there were red bags all over the hallway we had to sleep in. Let's see, while sleeping outside, someone threw their bag over and got it caught into our area and smelled it up right good until we finally knocked it over the edge with a rope and a pole. That was one of the people stranded on the now famous poop cruise, which I was obsessed with for about a week and a half and regaled you with the stories and updates. Tran, best of luck. We love you. Always remember the Red Hots.
I'd like to get serious for a minute. I was going through my files and I found Tran Ha's resume, her baby resume, that I got November 14, 2002, so Red Eye was just a couple weeks old. I called her. I'm really glad I did. It was for a copy editing position, and she impressed me right away. Hired her, best thing I ever did, because she went on to conquer every job she ever had, all the way up to the pinnacle of Red Eye-dom, the editor position. And I'm so grateful for her. I couldn't have left it in more capable hands. Tran, best of luck to everything you do because you're awesome and will be amazing at whatever you try.
So when I think of Tran, I always think of corner bakery. The second thing I think of is the time that we almost put a penis on the cover of Red Eye. She was super sick that day, and the cover story was about elaborate tailgaters at Bears games. So we had picked a cover. She had gone home, guzzled a bunch of NyQuil, and gone to bed. And I don't know, maybe like 9:30, I was looking at the cover and noticed that in the photo of the tailgate, you could actually see somebody was taking a beer bong shot, and it was shaped like a penis. So I had to call Tran and tell her, this is what's on the cover. Do we want to change it? It's a really small detail, but it is kind of noticeable. So I had this whole conversation with Tran. I can't even remember what we decided, but hung up. About 2 minutes later, Tran calls back and says, wait, what happened? So I went through explaining to her again, all about the penis dong bong. Ultimately, we decided to go a different direction. So we did not have a penis on the cover of Red Eye, unfortunately. I guess Tran came out of her NyQuil haze. That's it.
All right, so as we all know, Tran is from Minnesota, and she's really tough when it comes to the winter weather. One of my favorite memories of working with Tran, aside from talking about Corner Bakery just about every other day, is it was a winter in 2011, just around Groundhog Day, and we were looking at a forecast that was supposed to be a boatload of snow coming to Chicago, and you know, Tran famously likes to poo-poo any cover ideas about the weather because we all live in Chicago and we're used to snow and it's not that big of a deal. But this particular snowstorm turned out to be the snowpocalypse that shut down Lakeshore Drive, and Tran actually got stranded in the snow on the way home, and fortunately she made it home okay. But it's funny to laugh about today because I think she got a ride home from a guy named Angel, and she made it to her destination okay by taking a ride home from a stranger. So generally speaking, not good advice, but it worked for Tran, and we all wouldn't be here today with the red eye that we have today if she didn't. So Tran, good luck. We're going to miss you a lot, and thank you for all the memories.
Tran, the biggest lesson that I ever got from you was choosing your battles. I think it's one of the first things you ever said to me. I don't know what happened. I got mad about something, and you know me, I blow up very easily. And you were like, Ernest, you just gotta pick your battles. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the insight that you've given us all through these years, and we're gonna miss you a lot. Trust me.
My favorite story about Tran involves her lack of drinking and drinking, I guess. Tran never used to be known for drinking much at work outings. It was kind of a constant source of teasing. And then a couple of years ago, Tran somehow figured out that not only could she drink, but she actually liked to drink. I think it had something to do with her going to grad school, or maybe Corner Bakery. But not only did Tran figure out that she likes to drink, she wasn't, you know, a fan of like mojitos or margaritas. No, Tran's favorite new drink was Jameson. So she went for it, and she went hard, and our parties have never been the same since.
Hi, Tran. My favorite memory of you is 2 summers ago when I was going through my spree of dancing nearly every night at Bonnie's. And who do I see there? The person I usually only saw at Corner Bakery, you, at Bonnie's, also dancing, also with a Jameson in your hand, just showing all the crazy dance moves, rolling back, twerking before twerking was a thing. You had great dance moves, and I couldn't believe what a cool boss I had to be on the hippest dance floor in Chicago. But you're awesome. I can't believe you hired me. You changed my life, and so grateful to you, and hope you have a great time in your next endeavor.
Hey Tran, I haven't been here as long as everyone else has, so I don't have like crazy Jameson or Corner Bakery stories, but I will say that you always go to bat for the eat and drink team, whether you're like staring down a liquor company that's pissed at us for some reason, or you're kind of like bringing a delusional nightlife mogul back to reality. You always really are like small but mighty when it comes to the eat and drink team and having our backs. So you don't look that intimidating, but I think when it counts, you always get it done for us. So thanks, we'll miss you, and best of luck.
Hey Tran, unfortunately I don't have any of the good stories that everybody's telling, but I just wanted to kind of thank you for bringing me on. Thank you for bringing me to Chicago and helped me escape Omaha. It's been great working with you the past 2 months. You never know what the future holds. Maybe you and I can work together sometime in the future, but until then, you know, good luck on the West Coast, and hope to see you sometime.
Hey Tran, so I thought I would look back through some old emails that were sent between the two of us, and I found one regarding my interview with Ashton Kutcher when he did that movie Spread, like 4 or some years ago. And you emailed me when I sent along the interview, "Hey Matt, I'm editing your Ashton story. Not sure I'm comfortable with printing douchebag in the paper. Thoughts/alternatives?" I believe that's still our policy, actually, so those were good thoughts. And Tran, you've always been so trusting and encouraging and really allowed so many people on staff, myself included, to just take what we love doing and do the best we can. And you're as reliable as Corner Bakery, and you will be missed.
Hi, Tran. So my favorite story about you is actually a recent one. It's from when we went to the Cubs game and sat in the box together. You were more excited about the dessert cart than I think anyone has ever been about anything in their entire life. You kept popping out into the hallway to check and see if it was coming, and then when it got there, it was like Christmas, Mardi Gras, and like the end of everybody being sick all at the same time. We ordered all of the desserts in the entire world. There were shots. I mean, it was no Corner Bakery brownies or anything, but it was pretty awesome. So your excitement over that is something that I loved and will always miss your absolute enthusiasm for everything.
Hey Tran, it's Chris, but of course you know that because I'm not really wearing a disguise or anything, so that's not a surprise. I was going to tell a story about you. You know, there's the one about the chicken 3 weeks into my time at Red Eye. There's the one where the chicken lady surprised you again a few weeks ago. There's the one we were out at Bonnie's till, what, 3, 4, 8 in the morning. There's all that, but we can say that for another time. So what I want to do right now is give you some advice for your trip to California because you've always been so generous with your support and your wisdom. All right, so here we go. I got it in my pocket. All right, wear sunscreen. Obvious, it's very sunny out in California. Since you're going to Stanford, this is very important. Wear blue and wear gold, but try not to do it together because Cal is their rival. That can get you into big trouble. Okay. When you're on the golf course, because I know you love golf, always replace your divots and always yell 4 when your shots go awry. That's always been a huge help for me. Okay, a couple other things that I've learned over the years. Live long and prosper. And with great power comes great responsibility. Actually, that's not all that great. You can probably do better on your own. But in conclusion, I just want to say thanks so much for having your back all these years. It's been great having you here. We love you. We miss you. And yeah, just know that we'll always have your back too.
Tran, I just wanted to say thank you for always being such a huge support for me and for all of the other talent in the newsroom and of the New Kids on the Block and of Corner Bakery's grilled cheese sandwiches.
I think I'm going to miss Tranha's laugh. Did I ever tell you you had really one of the funniest, most unique laughs I've ever heard? Because you really do. And I think that's one thing I'm really going to miss. So I do wish you best of luck, and it's going to be really weird without you around, but good luck.